Hi guys, this is the ASSA Twin 6000 with gin drivers. Gins are a bit different to barrels, obviously, because they have countermilling that requires you to pick out of it rather than just sort of force it out. I'm not too sure how I'll manage this, so I might just do a wide angle like this. Bring it up just to the side. Got a lot of shit on my desk, which probably isn't a smart idea, but it's good enough. Okay. Twins normally isolate quite strongly going counterclockwise, but I'm going to be using clockwise tension this time because this one has a sidebar that does it clockwise instead. So there's lots of small clicks as you set the... I should have showed bitting as well. Here's the bitting. It's relatively flat, but flat does not always mean easy, especially in this sort of lock. But it does isolate well when going clockwise. So I got a bit of a false set there. I assume that's all the gins in the milling, which it feels like, which means it's now time to pick the side pins. They are the exact same style of side pins as in the barrel video, which means that they need extremely light tension, if any at all, and do need to be floated. You'll have had me drop, I think, all of them just then, so yes. Normally, I do not pick tensioning clockwise. I find it more comfortable to do it counterclockwise, but sometimes needs must. So that's that set. Okay, big full set. Okay, that should be the sidebar set, which means now we have to find and set our gins. I think that this hook's a little too bent to be properly used. So, as with all gins, find the one that bounces the core the most and tap slowly as you release tension until you feel it clear the shear line. I said that, but I probably dropped something in the sidebar. I'll check the sidebar. 5 set, 4 set, 3 set, 2 set. And said I must have dropped another gin then. 6 set. 5 dropped. But it's not the one bouncing the core the most. 4 is set. 3 is set. Maybe 1 needs something, but I think 5 feels like the most. Okay, that's set now. That's 6, 5. 4. Maybe 3 needs something, but we'll check the others first. Yeah, I think it's 3. Where did it go? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Maybe it's 1. I can't tell. I'm going to keep the tension on. I'll try to use something a little flatter to see if I can't get better contact with the pin. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. There we go, 4 is set now. It's got 6, 5, 4 now. 3, 2, 1, maybe 1. One, I seem to have said it, but it feels like something fell. It was the gin head of 4. I think that's still set, maybe? 6, 5, 4 feels still set. 3 is now binding heavily. I think on the rounded back. Try and get it more precise there. There we go. Just like the Barrel 6K, it's not actually that hard of a lock in my opinion, as long as you know how to properly float, and the sidebar really assists you there, so it's quite nice. Let's do that, get this out of the way, and we'll gut it. I don't actually have a clear pitting tray, I think. I'm gonna have to grab one from the back. Hold on one sec. This feels clear. Excellent. Okay, so we'll lock that back up. I'll just show this key does in fact work. And we'll go from the top. And drop it a bit further down. Yes. Okay, so just like all decent mortises from the ASSA line, they come with these easy gut caps, which is really nice of them because it lets you easily cut them, as the name implies. So we'll put these springs out. ASSA chambers are vaguely balanced. Or at least generally they come balanced. Gins, I think that there are like 5 sizes. Barrels, there are also 5, I think. But there are like 8 lengths of keeping, so it's difficult to properly fully balance it. Let's not drop the spring. Okay, so gins come out a bit awkwardly, so I'll go one at a time. So you can see first of all that they all have their full length, or their full width up top. Why does that matter? Well, gins have a smaller head that approaches the core. So, where are my tweezers? I'll try and one by one bring them out, just for proof of legitimacy. Maybe I should have painted the tops. but it's too late now. So we can see here for 6, it comes out like so, and the head is inside the core. We'll drop the key pin out as well, which obviously was oriented the right way around, because if not, the key wouldn't have worked. Do the same for 5's driver. Oops, shit. Well, it is what it is, honestly. Let's keep in. Try to be a bit more careful with 4. There you can see. There we are, comes out like that, and we'll dump key pin. Now we'll go from the front. 1, like that. So that key pin. 2. That one. And finally 3. Hey! Well, you saw it come out the right way up, so it doesn't matter. So, that's the top pins. Now, oopsie, I think, yeah, I didn't prepare a Phillips head. I'll put just one sec. Where are they? Oh, that's not good. Yes, that's my bad. Okay. We'll undo this back screw. Try not to strip it any more than I already have. And we'll take the key, because it's always nice to do it with the key. Okay, so you can see it's a normal body with the sidebar groove. It's present on both ends, and a normal body. There's a sidebar here, and I'm surprised actually that I had to tap 3, because there's no milling in it, but there is milling in the other 5 chambers, which you can see, and you had. We'll take the sidebar out, and you can see, just like most twins, it is coated. Some very high lifts and some progressively higher lifts. Both springs are inside, and you can see the side pins, all 5 of them. Take out these sidebar springs. Just dump them. Okay, both are out. So we'll see now in the core, just like the 6K barrels, there is true gates that are very deep, false gates that are quite shallow. You feel when picking them that the true gates are quite they feel quite wide, and false gates feel like they drag quite a bit. It's especially before you get a super tightly binding sidebar. To differentiate, it's definitely all about the, less about the amount of travel, but rather whether or not it feels scratchy or not, which is similar to things like the bylock. So I'll take these out as the key comes. One, two, three, 4, and 5. You can see all 5 are sprung. They have springs in there. I'll just dump these out as well. So we'll have one final look at the core. You can see the 5 sidebar side pins and their slots. You can see the sidebar groove. It has the 2 things here and is basically perfectly square. There's some drill protection all around the core. We have the 5 gin millings and the unpopulated third, which is very common in twins. This is a 51 keyway, the most common keyway. It's got that centered groove. And otherwise, I'll give you guys a close-up of these pins. And you can see, I'll use a pick. You can see that these gins vaguely balance against the length of the pin. I think that there's supposed to be a gin that's slightly longer than this to go with this, but I don't quite know. Also, there is this length, which is definitely not meant to be with this pin. So obviously, a locksmith has come and done something with these, but, you know, it is what it is. One last thing I wanted to show is that there is a cup on one side of the side pins. First of all, also you can see the false entry gates. There's a cup on one of these sides, and that's just so that the springs can enter, because otherwise there wouldn't be enough actual room in the body to reliably have these work. So they need that cup to be able to house both the spring as well as the side pin. All in all, that was the Twin 6K with gins. I'm quite happy that I got this open first try on camera. I got it about, 45 minutes ago. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.